Do you think there's any intel community involvement in this?
I wouldn't be surprised one bit. I am convinced, based on my own sources and my own reporting on this story, he wasn't one of ours.
So what does that mean?
Well, I mean, it's possible that that's the reason everything's getting buried, that there is some treasure trove, and it's getting buried because...
How many people here believe that? Raise your hand. Okay, I'd say about half the hands think that it's being buried because...
The fallout continued, and claiming that Obama and Hillary created the vials. So MAGA world is still demanding answers. They want to know. Take a look.
How many of you are satisfied with the results of the investigation? Clap.
How many of you guys think, by raising your hand, that the government is not telling us the full story about what happened with Epstein? All right, I'm in the right place at the right time.
It's obvious that this is a huge PR disaster for the Trump administration. There's no way for them to spin their way out of this.
Candace Owen sent this out on X a few minutes ago. This demand for Pam Bondi to resign are fake and orchestrated. If she resigns, so what? They will replace her with someone equally as committed to protecting it, and therefore, all this noise is just about creating a public illusion that justice was safe. Laura Loomer did not hold back. She replied Candace Wen immediately. The idea that Scam Blondie is not releasing the files because she's protecting it is laughable. She was literally a lobbyist for Qatar, which fund, I don't want to proceed to read that. This is a clash that is actually going on right now. I have a couple of clips. I'm going to show you what exactly is going on. For days now, we have been talking about this on and off. Megyn Kelly at Tupac with Laura. Like you saw at the beginning, people were booing because they are not satisfied.
So I think this is the biggest fracture in MAGA that we've seen to date, but I actually think that people well beyond Trump followers care about this. They want to understand what happened with Jeff and what the government knows. And what I think is interesting is Pam Bondi did not release that memo last week, basically saying there's nothing to see here, there's no client list. I'm confident saying without the White House's knowledge. And the way that this would work is the White House would at minimum be tipped off that this information is going out. And the president of the United States, if he wanted to do what his base is asking for and release any remaining evidence that he would have the authority to say, no, Pam, release it all. So then enter Dan Bongino, who's threatening reportedly to resign over this. He's misreading the room. Pam Bondi is doing what Donald Trump wanted her to do. And the two things that stand out to me are this. There's sort of this thought that maybe Trump is somehow implicated and that's why we're not getting this information. But all of this existed for the entirety of the Biden administration. So the idea that if there was damning evidence about a former and potentially future president engaging in the worst crimes, I would think that would have come out. Yeah. The second that stands out to me is Donald Trump never really talked about Jane. I looked it up. It was maybe 5 times in close to a decade. But all these people he surrounded himself with talked about him constantly. I'm talking hundreds of times. They made their profiles. They made their names. His own vice president on saying, we're going to get to the bottom of what Jeffrey Epstein did. So there's just like math that isn't adding up. And I think the public just feels genuinely lied to.
Make some noise if you care about the Jeffrey scandal.
Raise your hand if it matters a lot to you. Raise your hand. So every hand of 7,000 people.
Everybody cares.
A lot. I said a lot.
Yes. Yesterday, Benny Johnson and Lara Trump sat down in an interview. This is what she said. Laura Trump says the Trump administration will release more evidence and will have more transparency. She says that President Trump hears the base on these issues and knows how important it is, and Trump will set things right. There need to be more transparency. I think that will happen. I know this is important to the president. He is frustrated. He is going to want to set things right. I believe there will be more coming, and anything they are able to release, they will try to get out. They hear it and understand it. To anyone walk up out there, there is no plot to keep these informations away. I'm sure we will know them, the line. After backlash on social media, a lot of people can't stop talking about this. I've seen a lot of people in the consecutive base, and what triggered me a lot is the fact that Democrat leaders in 2025 are now calling for the release of these. They have been there for a very long time. They have never done that. Why now suddenly? That is a question that triggered me every single time.
Jeff's not the most important thing on his agenda by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, he's crushing it on the tariffs, foreign policy, just got nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. If not Trump, then who? Honestly. Barack Obama got the Nobel Peace Prize after 9 months in office. He had done nothing. He gave a nice speech, gave it to him. So President Trump should be getting the Nobel Peace Prize, and there's all sorts of things he's focused on. I just don't think this has captured his attention quite yet. But it needs to, because it's starting to create a real hornet's nest within the administration. And I've got to be honest, I blame Pam Bondi. I'll tell you why, okay? I have nothing, yes, incompetence, yes. I have nothing against Pam Bondi as a human being. I was fine with her nomination and her confirmation, and she's been loyal to the president, and I get that President Trump needs a loyal attorney general. Look what happened with Sessions the first time. He went away, and then the next thing you know, we had the Mueller investigation, and it was a nightmare. But there are a lot of other people who can be loyal and competent in that job. Here, she is the reason that things are unraveling around this story right now that virtually all of the Republican Party cares deeply about. It's also true that Dan Bongino and Kash Patel had questions before they took office, okay, before they went into the FBI. But once they joined the FBI, they said nothing. They've kept their mouths shut. I've not seen them, except for one joint appearance with Dan and Kash on Fox, running all over the media looking for attention on this, yes, clickbaity story. Who have you seen? Pam Bondi. She has never missed an opportunity to go on television and dangle sweet nothings that might be coming your way. Try to lead you to believe that she's got it. It's on her desk. It's coming tomorrow. You're going to see something. And it was a tease. So you either believe that Pam Bondi was telling the truth then or that she's telling the truth now. But both cannot be true. She was either lying when she went on Fox News all those times saying, I've got it, we're looking at it, wait until you see it, it's horrible. Or she's lying in her 2-page memo that they released on a Sunday night at the tail end of a holiday weekend to Axios, as if Axios is where we all go for our news. Hell no. She went to someone she knew would not kick the tires on the story, and without signing the memo, dropped it in the dead of night and said, that's it. Take the crumbs and be happy. Refused to come out and give a presser. Come out and give a press conference. Stand there for 6 hours to the point where people are dying of boredom. They've asked all their questions. That's how you put a scandal to rest. But she wouldn't even sign her name to it. And I'm telling you, I have dollars to donuts. It's going to come out that there was internal consternation over that memo.
In my entire life, I never believed there will be a day I will get up, see Libras advocating for the release of this. I was shocked that even AIC waked up the other day is now advocating that they should release this. Then I begin to question. They spend a lot of time in Congress. They have never said anything when the Biden administration was there to advocate for this. Out of a sudden, because they realize the Trump administration is there, they continue to push this. Some people believe there is no lease. If you see someone like Megyn Kelly going off on Pam Bondi, you should understand maybe the manner in which she put out this information triggered a lot of people, gave a lot of attention into this topic. If she actually went there, don't really bother talking about this every single time on Fox News, people would not really be agitated like they are. Nobody is pleased. Look at a hall with 7,000 people. Everyone is putting up a hand. They are not okay.
I guess the reason that I'm a little confused about this is because this is fracturing his base. He is in charge of telling the Attorney General, listen, why don't you just release this list? Pam Bondi said that the list was on her desk. A lot of people in the administration have indicated that there is a list. Now, all of a sudden, there is no list. And then all of a sudden, Trump says to his reporters, what's going on with my, on Truth Social, what's going on with my boys, and in some cases, gals? We have a perfect administration, the talk of the world, and selfish people are trying to hurt it all over a guy who never died.
Y'all need to connect the dots.
I want to appreciate you for supporting me, sharing out my videos. If you see short clips after this, that is for the YouTube algorithm. Please, I'm begging you, share the video.
None.
Decided that they want to go after. I think that my heart is going to carry a level of weight. Position.
Left.
Situation where this
Line up for my advice. It's like,
why don't we choose more carefully who we're going to lionize?
Why marriage, infertility, trying to have kids makes things difficult. It's like
she's seriously depressed about how hard it is to live in the White House.
Post this morning alleging that since I said I will prevail.
It also shouldn't be racial. To run, he had 100.
Has been overwhelming. The lies in their amplification.
This is not going to end.
He says, but what if he says self-defense?
There's no self-defense. The kids in here and resolve this issue is called conflict resolution.
Again, the evidence is still coming in.
This is definitely a self-defense case because it always is one until you...
Because she's fearful of what might happen to her.
Followers for anything. And then the
Registration Act is
talking about term, and you will be very...
Once again, the field was littered with Wintour does.
And black people don't want to live around ratchet black.
How bad is his reputation going to be?
we have so many